What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to our late news roundup. There have been some interesting developments since we streamed earlier on, namely a bit of information about Xavi SIMONS, which I'll be going through in this video. But as always, when you finish watching it, we want to know your thoughts. So do let us know in the comment section. Drop a like on the video if you enjoy it, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Now, before I get stuck into tonight's news, just a little heads up that the Cardiff show is selling really well. If you'd like to come and see us, the good news is it's an all ages event, so it's open to absolutely everybody. Tickets are priced at just £15, that's £15 for an individual ticket, or you can get a family ticket of 4 tickets for £50. It's going to be at the Richard Burton Theatre in Cardiff on August the 2nd. It's a Friday evening, and we really do hope you can come and join us, because these are going to be the last runs of shows that we ever do, the last live show. So we've got Belfast, Cardiff and Liverpool, and right now the Cardiff show is the one that is on sale alongside Belfast, so I hope to see you there. Now, let's start with the Darwin news from earlier on for those that didn't get to join us on the stream. Reports coming out of Spain suggest that his agent, Jorge Mendes, has been offering his client's services to Barcelona. That, of course, will be news to Michael Edwards in Liverpool, but it's also a worrying update if indeed it's true. We've got to take these things with a pinch of salt, of course. Lewis Steele, though, countered that by saying Liverpool have no interest in selling Darwin Nunez, and Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes are planning for life with the Uruguayan striker next season. And I think most of us would probably feel that's the right way to go about it. What I would say is, and again, I don't know if Jorge Mendes is looking to move Darwin on, or if Darwin himself wants to move on. But I don't want anybody at the football club who doesn't want to be here. So if Darwin wants to stay, brilliant, knuckle down. We look forward to next season. If he doesn't, same as everybody else, mate. The grass isn't always greener on the other side, so don't let the door hit you on the way out. That's just the way I am with these things, and it doesn't matter who the player is. Liverpool Football Club isn't a stepping stone. If you don't want to be here, off you pop. So I don't know what the truth is. I don't know which version of these events is the real one. We do know that he started to post again a little bit onto Instagram. He was at Disneyland with his family and his international teammate Ronald Araujo, who coincidentally, of course, also plays for Barca. But I wouldn't read too much into that. The truth of the matter is, I think this will come down to what Liverpool's stance is. If he wants out, Liverpool will try and find a way to make that happen if they get the right offer. If he doesn't want out, then I think we keep him at the club. Next up, though, I want to give you guys a little bit of an update around the valuation of Liverpool Football Club. So we often have debates about which clubs are the most valuable. Well, Sportico have done their list of the top 5, and this is how it reads. Top of the list, the most valuable football club in the world is Manchester United with a valuation of $6.2 billion US. Next on the list, unsurprisingly, is Real Madrid with a valuation of $6 billion US. Barcelona just a little bit ahead of Liverpool here with a valuation of $5.2 billion. Then Liverpool come in at $5.1 billion, significantly up from the money FSG paid. And then Bayern Munich, of course, are 5th on the list with $4.8 billion. So they are the most valuable football clubs in the world, according to the latest figures from Sportico. Now, a little bit on Lloyd Kelly, because we spoke about him on the stream, but I think this could be a very astute piece of business if indeed Liverpool pull it off. So, a report came out today from Caught Offside to say Liverpool have made an approach for Bournemouth defender Lloyd Kelly, who's available on a free contract in the summer. He's 25 years of age, he's homegrown and can play at left back or centre back. So for me, this would be a good piece of business. You can never have too many homegrown players, and if you can get one in on a free contract, a player who, remember, we looked at previously before he joined Bournemouth, I think this would be an astute piece of business. I wouldn't be looking at him to be the centre-back solution, but nothing wrong with a bit of versatility and nothing wrong with an extra homegrown player or two in the squad. I do wonder, however, if Richard Hughes will give us the edge in this. Obviously, Richard Hughes having been at Bournemouth when Lloyd Kelly was there, maybe he can whisper sweet nothings in his ear and tempt him to Liverpool. So for me, it's not the most exciting signing in the world if it happens, but it is an interesting one. Now, Liverpool won't be on their own here because the likes of Spurs and other Premier League clubs are also vying for a signature, so maybe it's just one to keep an eye on. Another one that kind of came out of nowhere today is a link to a Union Saint-Gilloise striker, Mohamed Amoura. He's 23 years of age, he scored 22 goals for the Belgian side this season and is apparently valued at around €20 million. I've got to say, I know absolutely nothing about him. Somebody said earlier on that he was a winger. This article mentioned him as a striker. So if you have anything to add to it, please do let me know in the comments section. One name that you will be a bit more familiar with, at least some of you, is a player who once again has been linked to Liverpool, but this time we get a confirmation from an English-based journalist that it is indeed true that Liverpool are interested. So let me read it out. Anfield Sector posted earlier on and credited Neil Jones to say, recent Liverpool links to Eintracht Frankfurt centre-back William Pacho have substance. Again, that doesn't mean necessarily that a bid is going to come, but if Neil Jones is confirming Liverpool are at least looking at the player, it is one that I think we should keep an eye on. Again, I'm going to be honest and say I haven't watched much of Eintracht Frankfurt, but you guys have mentioned them to me in comments and in the live chat quite a bit. So let us know what you think. No figure mentioned in this article. I've seen others say maybe about 50 million euro, which is kind of just a little bit below what you'd pay for Gonzalo Inacio if you were to bring him in from Sporting. I know more about Inacio than I would about Pacho. So Inacio, Diamonde, even though one's left side, one's right side, I wouldn't mind either of those. But if you think Pacho is good enough, let us know. And the last thing, and the thing that I told you I was going to wait and tease you with at the end, was a bit of breaking news coming out of Germany. And I have to say, this has surprised me. According to Sport Bild, Xavi Simons could be available for 60 million euro this summer. This really confuses me because I don't know why PSG would want to sell. He's had a good campaign at Leipzig. He's somebody that we've mentioned on the streams quite a bit. He's somebody that I know many of you guys really like. And I've got to be honest, if they would do business at 60 million euro, I'd be all over it. I think Xavi Simons for about, what, 52 million pound? That seems like very fair business to me. But of course, it's not just about me here. I want to know what you guys think. Other names we've been speaking about, of course, in the attacking side of the pitch. Kudus from West Ham, who we had confirmed yesterday by David Ornstein. Him and Paqueta have release clauses in their contract. Now, of course, I don't know what those numbers are, but at least we know there are release clauses in there. Other notable names, of course, Bakayoko from PSV Eindhoven. They've been free scoring this year in the Eredivisie. Somebody who I'm sure Arne Slot would know a little bit about. And then, of course, you've got other players who've been linked to, like Iñaki Williams and a few others dotted around. So, for me, this will be a no-brainer. If you can get him in for 60 million euro, I would indeed be all over that. But, of course, we want to know what you guys think. So, you've heard what I've had to say. We've spoken about the situation with Darwin Nunez and his agent. We've spoken about Liverpool's valuation. We've spoken about Pacho, the striker from Union Saint-Gilloise. And then we finished up with this breaking bit of news, which is coming out quite late this evening, that PSG could be ready to do business for Xavi Simons for just 60 million euro. Over to you guys now. And again, don't forget, those tickets for Cardiff are on sale. You can scan that QR code on the screen or use the link in the description. The Belfast tickets, if you want to come and see us, just have a look on Ticketmaster. And again, there is a link in the description. But until then, my friends, I will see you again tomorrow. We'll be back to our usual 8:30 slot. And what a night it was in the Champions League. I've got to say, I feel like Bayern Munich were a little bit shafted there by that referee's linesman putting up his flag when he should have waited. But other than that, it was an incredible turnaround at the Santiago Bernabeu that seen a really unusual error from Manuel Neuer gift Real Madrid the equaliser from Joselu, who then scored the winner a couple of moments later. And we do know that the Champions League final taking place at Wembley will be contested between Borussia Dortmund and Real Madrid. I know who I'm going to be cheering for, and it ain't Real Madrid. But again, feel free to let us know your thoughts in the comment section. I'll catch up with you guys soon. Thanks again for watching, and have a good one. Bye-bye.